So you guys out here riding moto are taking risk everywhere. You're taking risk in the jumps. You're taking risk down here in the corners. You're taking risk when you pass. You're taking risk. You take unnecessary risk, and then when that is happening, you end up crashing. You're behind the 8 ball when it comes to being up front, and you're wondering and you're bitching why you're doing so bad in moto, right? If you watched the race last night, Cooper Webb, this drives me nuts. I'm going to get back to that 1 second, but this drives me nuts. When I see, like I was just at a race this weekend at Dublin Gap, and there's people like even my son who I help, and I no harm, no, I'm not bitching about this. Son, I love you to death, man. But where should you don't take unnecessary risk all over this track. Risk everywhere. I see kids doing this all the time, adults. Where should you take the one big risk? You take that one big risk on the start. You go for it, mentally strong. You hold that throttle just 1 second longer, even though it scares the living fuck out of you, and you brake 1 second later, and you take that risk when yes, it's scary. Yes, there's maybe 40 guys around you, but why wouldn't you take that risk there and then take that one risk to get you out front? And once you're out front, let everybody else take the risk. Let everybody else figure out how to get around you and take the risk to get around you. Even if you're not first, even if you're fifth, fourth, third, it's way better. And your chances of doing so much better in the race are going to be phenomenal. And that brings me back to Cooper Webb and last night at the Seattle Supercross. If you watch Webb, what he does is he takes that risk in the whole shot, and it pays huge dividends, like it did last night. Then he's very solid. He's not the fastest guy everywhere else. Listen, he's not super slow either. He's not doing what he's doing by being super slow. But he's taken that risk in the whole shot, and then he rides very calculated from there on out. He watches lines. He's smooth. Did you ever notice a guy gets around him? He watches the lines, and he follows them lines, the faster lines. This is playing it smart. If you're going to take a risk, guys, girls, adults, vet riders, you guys that are so hesitant on this whole shot, stop it. You're building a rut, so to speak, in your mind of something you keep doing over and over again, and then you have to fight from the back of the pack and take all these damn risks. Take the one risk where you should at the whole shot to get yourself up front. I'm telling you, it'll make a world of difference. You got to suck it up. You got to grab your, so to speak, and you got to go for it. If you need help, I can help you. I own Dirt Soldiers MX right here at this track, and I coach. Reach out to me. I can help you online. I can help you all kinds of ways. Guys, if you're going to take a risk, it's already a risk. This whole thing's a risk. Riding moto's a risk. It's a series of mistakes, and it's how we can eliminate them mistakes or keep them as minimal as possible. Tomac comes down through these whoops, and he blows out that corner at the back down there. You know what he says to himself? That might be a new line later. He don't overthink it. I promise you, it doesn't happen. So, back to risk and repeating myself. So I'm getting it through, you guys. Everyone says I repeat myself. Yes, I do, because I'm going to tell you why. Take the risk. Stop being a wimp on the start. Take your one risk, your one big risk that you're going to take on this track on the start, and watch what happens when you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in them positions. You know, the top 5, your riding will go through the roof. Quit being a wimp on the start. Take your risk there with big peace, with big moto love. Out, Scoob.